What's going on, everybody? C-Score here, back with another video for Vlog Project War Champion. It's in the second anniversary. I know I'm really late with this. Literally a day before May 1st. It's been really busy. Honestly, this whole time it's been really freaking busy for me. So I apologize though. I will try to get the next video out within a day. Okay, I will try. Yeah, I mean, just over here we got just three things, right? Yukimiya, his SSR, then this Rin SSR. And this, in proportion to the Japanese, this would have been released at the end of May, and we got this all in 1 month. So you can see here, the biggest thing is that we got the synchronization with the Japanese version coming soon. Now, they said that they'll start preparing stuff by June, right? And right now, nothing's confirmed on how they're gonna handle it. One big thing they talk about here is called an investment exchange system. Basically, obviously, being gacha games, everything, JP is essentially a year ahead, right? Now it's more like 11 months ahead. And obviously, everything here that you see is basically useless, right? It's really bottom tier, really weak right now, and then Japanese version that's 11 months ahead of us. So they gotta, somehow kind of balance it out for the people who spent, because before the 24th, like, this wasn't confirmed. I mean, there was some theories, right, ever since the 10th, when they decided to do all of this. But before the 24th, I mean, people were spending because then they thought, that they have foresight for a Japanese version. They want to plan around or do anything like that. So I feel like that's kind of a really bold move not to announce the thing, since the 10th. I feel like at the 10th, you should have announced the sync. But other than that, so yeah, basically, we don't know what next month is gonna be. Well, we know what you should expect. Stay tuned towards the end of the video. I'll talk more about it there. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you should really be spending your gems or money right now on all these cards. I mean, obviously right now they're strong, but it's just the fact that, again, by June, the end of next month, right, we're about to head into May. It might just all go down the drain. But it really just depends on how to do this exchange system, on how much do you get rewarded for putting resources into all these things. So over here for Tentacle, nothing changed for Tentacle, so I'm not gonna go into the game because nothing changes. The exact same things. The only thing that got changed is kick and attention to speed. So nothing changed for Tentacle. So if you've been training Tentacle for the last 2 weeks or whatever, it's the exact same thing. And even next week, I think, or tomorrow, actually, by the time I release this video, I'm pretty sure it's, again, Tentacle doesn't get anything major. One thing I do want to mention though is these guys. This SSR over here, I think it's called Win at All Costs, and this X Batra, they got some massive stats. You could get up to 1 trillion if you have them both at level 100, I believe. And yeah, they'll help you out for your technical runs if you need to. The only thing about Batra is that you have to, sacrifice using this Batra, or you can't even train this Batra using this Batra, right? I know I'm saying Batra a lot, but it probably still is worth it for most newer players. If you have everything like level 80, and especially if you have everything level 100, it probably isn't too helpful, but you can still take a look at it. I just have a list here about how much they contribute overall. This Nagi is actually pretty dang close to Kira, and Kira being unlimited, and this Nagi who is unlimited, and maybe some of y'all have him at level 100 just because he is kind of old, right? But you most need this card as well as level 100. That would be almost the things. You kind of want at least like two other cards at level 100 to all work out. But yes, there's a technical composition right there. Again, nothing changed for technical compared to the last 2 weeks, right? It got its update. Whatever. We got kick, really huge thing with Yukimiya and his SSR. They just do so much for kick. So. And again, we'll talk about it in the video, but kick is gonna get even more help soon. So raw big changes there. This Matoma, he's not sneaky, but they did announce this guy's buffs. He's right there at the very tail end. He's usable. I think him, Karasu, all three of these guys, they're pretty dang close. So because Matoma's limited, he's probably not as much as available. I know his banner came back actually, and has some decent odds, but and then he isn't on any other banners. He's only on his specific banner. So most of you probably have Karasu and Atoya higher levels. They're pretty similar numbers, so you could probably still use him. And same thing here. You could use this Rin for massive numbers. You know, the old Rin or the other Rin is kind of outdated now. I mean, he's still good because of this SSR. As long as this SSR is relevant, that other Rin is still good. I know there was an event where you could redeem a level 100 version of that Rin, which we call Parabola Rin. You can redeem that version of Rin for free. So I know some of y'all might have the level 100 Rin. But again, this guy gives you 500 billion stats, I'm pretty sure. And then this one, again, if you have a level 100, it gives you a trillion stats, something like that. So like, the party worth using, right? For most players. Unless you have everything level 100. And then, you know, this Saiyek is always solid. But, you know, it kind of gets replaced soon, right? Or tomorrow. And then we got Speed. Speed just got this Rin SSR, and this Rin SSR really works well with Rin, right? What a surprise, right? So he's got that's all it is. It's just this Rin SSR. Also kind of wants this new UR limited that's going away. What's surprising here is that this card is actually not strong enough. This Rail Nagi, at least I looked at the numbers, this Rail Nagi actually should perform better. It should perform better. And yeah, I'd say, and then Sendo actually has a lot more stuff compared to Chiguri's. And though honestly, you should already have Chiguri level 100, especially because he's a little older. He's a 4-star. I was kind of recommending to get at least all 4s level 100. Well, that kind of changes now because again, we know the synchronization is coming soon. So if you had Chiguri level 100, and you know Rin also too, then you know it's probably worth borrowing Sendo or whatever. Yes, his card still sticks around. But yeah, that's all it is. Massive stats. I think it has like a 1200% link with Rin at level 100. So yeah, that's the main thing there for speed. Then we got physical. Physical doesn't get any new releases well besides Sendo. But again, Matoma got secret buff, and compared to Kick, which he didn't get too much, physical, it seems like he does have a lot. But again, it's a similar thing where you're gonna want to have, if you go really at high level, Sendo a high level, you want these SSRs all at high levels. So if you don't have it all at high levels, then maybe Matoma's not as helpful. Maybe still is worth borrowing, you know, Rail and Igaguri over here. But again, just worrying off raw numbers, I'm pretty sure Matoma is on there. But again, this might change by tomorrow because you know new stuff just comes out, right? So there's physical there, just kind of speeding by everything. Then we got tangents. Again, the only thing here is just the Rin card, and this Rin actually links well with the Sagi. And yeah, so there's just that. Sagi and Batra and Kira just all have a bunch of stuff. And again, I guess I forgot too much of the other sets, but again, you could go over here. You got this Chiguri is actually interesting because this Chiguri is mentioned over here on this Igaguri card, right? So if you had a Chiguri, he's actually a little solid just because this Igaguri card does mention him. Yeah, same thing with this physical Kunigami. This physical Kunigami, he's actually weirdly mentioned on this borrow card, so like he is a little bit worth it. And I think same thing goes over here for this intelligence Sagi. He's mentioned on this Igaguri card. Well, obviously 4-star Sagi is mostly better, but again, if because this thing gives out, you know, billions of numbers, you know, you might want to use it if you just care about numbers, right? Which at the end of the day, you just want to get the highest number in each stat, right? So yeah, that's a tangent. Nothing really changes. Adding this new SSR, DX is still really strong. Well, it looks like I got a run thing right there. I think I forgot to change that out. But yeah, that's all it is for intentions. And then for a team, since Yukimiya is only a player, he just slides into this team last week, or no, almost 2 weeks ago. But it was a Rin, right? The Parabola Rin that we talked about. But now it's just Yukimiya. You can also use Christmas Nagi instead of Sagi over here. If you don't have a Sagi at a higher level, or you just want to use Christmas Nagi for some reason, you can do that. Then again, same over here. This is the exact same from last time. Nothing changed here. You're just looking at other teams that if you haven't met. This team right now is probably still the best team, but that's gonna change. That's probably gonna change real soon with the next update. So yeah, just want to put a fast video out there. You know, just go by, you know, a couple seconds. You know, 1, 2 right there. You know, boom, boom, boom. there, there, and there. On the Reddit and on the Discord, I posted. Well, I didn't post these exact ones. I make these personal ones for my videos, but there's good enough information from some other guy. So I probably should have made a YouTube post about it. So that's probably on me. Because I just want to get the information out there. I don't really care if I make a video about it or if I make a post about it. On a mess that y'all have access to that information. So the big thing again, synchronization. And this is what it is. At this point, it doesn't matter. Just trying to keep it secret because again, it's gonna happen literally by June, right? So here's what everything's looking like until the end of January. The reason why I'm showing all of this is because this is before the new training. A new training actually does release right here with what's his name right here? Yeah, with this card. Basically coinciding with Rin and IQ. New training is here, but again, if we do synchronize by June, this basically gets skipped. This new training won't be the newest training, right? We won't get to experience that training when it releases. And what I predict is that we should for sure get this tomorrow. Tomorrow, at least these guys, all three, these should be releasing. So you can see that 4-star Nagi. I know people are excited about Nagi, and Zod there too. It's possible we also get this UR card that helps speed and physical. So that's what I predict tomorrow. These two. Then the next week after that will be these two, just Jun Kungami, Jun Jigiri, and this UR card that also helps to hedge the physical. That's what I predict. And then next week it'll be these two cards. That's what I would predict, and then finish it out with all of this. Something like that. That's what I would expect. It just round it out with everything right here. And basically this will be the last release again. Then this will be June. I'm just making a prediction. But again, if we take their word, June, that should be the start of some kind of synchronization, which basically means all these things are basically going to be skipped. And honestly, it doesn't really matter because the new training doesn't use turn extensions or other it uses a whole new mechanic called flow points. So, and those are much harder to come across by. The only cards that are amazing, must have, are these, right? This UREX, these two UREXs are absolutely amazing at level 100. They make such a big difference. It's night and day if you don't have them at level 100. Also, something that's still relevant are these advisors. You can't really tell them apart, but they're not real players, right? They're just coaches or whatever, or players are not actually part of the matches. So we got Onryu over here, we got Chairman Basuda over here, we got Ego over here. He'll be the first one. And all the way over here, we also have this limited one that's Matoma. This is because he's not a player. He's actually an advisor. Those I think are still pretty solid. But yeah, some of these players are still good. This is Aga, he's still solid. I think these two are still solid. Sitting with Rayo, he's still relevant here. And this Rin is actually still relevant as well. And Kunigami. Honestly, all these guys have some place, but it's just the new mechanic. It's just probably better to focus it, because what's crazy is that over here, just like we saw the last 3-star right here, and recently we just saw the last SSR. This guy's gonna be the last 4-star, which is which is crazy, because then I'm going to new rarity called Flow 4-stars. Flow 4-stars, and yeah, they just completely replaced him. I don't know, it's just insane. They just completely replaced him. This is what it looks like right now, as of May 1st, in Japan over there. And there's a new advisor here. It's not another. It would be crazy to release another side, but yeah, this is an advisor side, and which helps out Technical a lot. And all these cards will be much more will be way better than new training compared to anything else. I mean, again, some things are still solid, but these cards have way bigger impact in the new training. But what's interesting though, May 1st, they just announced a balance update. Similar thing happened over here when Ren got released. A new balance update came out that basically refreshed everything. Kind of makes everything on a similar level, except the newest stuff kind of just gets stronger. And same thing over here. Like they just did it again, just put everything, you know, at one solid level. I like the update, but again, the newest stuff still remains the strongest. But again, this timeline doesn't really matter because again, we could just be skipping everything. Yeah, I would expect Global to experience Ego advice over here, and basically that's it. Like, I'll probably expect like everything over here to be skipped. It just you know, really gonna flash forward all the way to whatever it is in June 1st. That's what I predict. Um, so yeah, there's that. I mean, all exciting stuff. It looks like one of the best teams is this side, this Sendo, this Shida, and this Chigiri. Then also still this Asagi over here. These guys, Asagi, Nagi, and Corona, they have a little bit of the flow mechanic. They have one flow card, but again, it's not they're not entirely flow forward starters, so they don't help out as much. So these guys, so similar to, you know, how, you know, I was telling you to not really care much about SSRs and 3 stars, as 4 stars are part of the future. So it's gonna be similar to the case where like, okay, now you really shouldn't care about 4 stars because, you know, these flow versions are gonna be in the future. So that'll be the end of the video, guys. I'll put out the next video a lot sooner. Yeah, just kind of crazy. They expect Nagi, expect Zantetsu, the Shido EX, which could get power crept within a month, and also the UR, Hiyori and Rayo, right? That'll be in the video, guys. This is C Squared. Peace out.